Hello, hello, hello. What is up, you damn? Oh, my mic is really loud. Turn that down. What is up, you damn jerks? Odd one, good to see you just in time. Slothinator, hello. ZVVVVVV, what's up, dude? MS Gamer, my cabbages. Oh my goodness, Krasenstein.
24 flippin' months. Goddamn, 2 years since I watched Skyhook Development. Don't get time to watch anyone anymore. Hashtag play Hammerfin.
Krasenstein, thank you so very much for 2 freaking years of support. Can we get some love in chat for the crassest of all the stains? Oh, dude, cannot believe how long it has been. Skyhook Development feels like it was so long ago, and yet still just yesterday. How have you been? How have your streams been? I haven't been able to catch your streams. I actually went on your channel fairly recently. Oh my goodness, and Praetorian!
Greetings to all the jerks.
Praetorian coming in with 13 months. Give some love for that jerk too. Praetorian, thank you so very much for 13 freaking months support over a whole goddamn year. You guys are amazing. Thank you for all the resubs. I'll drop my emotes I usually get with my Prime. Oh, hey Stein, I'm sorry to hear that. I saw your message earlier that you can't get a sub, but I believe they're going to change sub streak soon, like Sloth was saying, where you won't lose your streak by not subbing for a month. So no worries about that. And of course, if you don't have money, do not feel guilty for not subscribing. I appreciate you just being here, chatting with us. You help out so much on Discord and in the game already, so please don't feel bad at all. You're running around the countryside, testing and debugging your stuff back in the alpha days. I know, back when the characters were cubes and ninjas. But dude, how have your streams been? I was checking out your stream earlier, not earlier, but a few days ago. I noticed you stream just, I think, like really early in the morning. I think before I wake up, which is why I haven't been able to catch any of your streams either. Did I miss saying hello to anybody? Lord Karakot, hello to you too, sir. How are you? How are you? Let's get this party started. Did I switch to Photon V2 Praetorian? No. I don't think I will be. I looked into Photon V2. It doesn't seem like they changed a lot. They just refactored it to be more organized. Hey, is that what?
Dropping them to sub here. Dating is expensive.
Hey Stein, thank you for 25. Oh, I'm dying. Thank you for 25 freaking months. Thank you for that Twitch Prime sub, dude. Dating is very expensive. You could have a relationship and think, oh man, if I didn't date that person, I might have saved like $13,000 over the course of many dinners and trips and hangouts. She's going to work on developing a scriptable object tutorial similar to Slay the Spire. Ooh, very cool. Very cool. Alina Chen, what is all these subs? This is amazing. Alina Chen, thank you for 26 months in a row. Oh my goodness. This sub train is absolutely insane. Thank you so much, Alina. How are you? Where's sub train Ottawa? It is not currently working. I need to go back in and fix it. It hasn't been working for a little while, actually. I was thinking about trying to do like an actual sub train, like a train of people with like their avatars in it. I think now that like Shotgun Farmers development's at an okay pace and we're making progress towards the next update, we can maybe take one of these stream days to work on the overlay and maybe make like a little avatar train I've always wanted to make. You think she is worth it, Haystein? Well, that's good. Glad to hear it. Look at all these blue beards in chat. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. This is all. Oh, thanks, Praetorian. Let's check it out. Yeah, so I was looking through this, and it looks like a lot of it was just they reorganized some of the code, they refactored some of the code, but structurally it's still the same. I'm too scared to change to it because they said that a lot of projects will break if you switch from Pun to Pun 2. I don't see any performance changes. Like, I don't see any reason I should switch over to it. My next project, if it's multiplayer, I'll use Pun 2, but I feel like it's going to end up breaking a lot of stuff. I'm not sure if I want to, because I did change a bunch of Photon networking stuff for Shotgun Farmers, so I don't see if it's worth. I don't know if it's worth changing to. Something mostly just changed all the stuff to be API based. I'm good, Crass. Just working on the game. Working on the damn game. Mark Sword coming in with that sub. Oh my gosh. That is like, what, a 13-person train? 30,000-person train. Mark Sword, thank you so much for that Twitch Prime sub, dude. How are you doing? You did your pro game at 1.5 hours. So did it change like RPCs at all? Did it change any of the Photon libraries? Did you have to change any of your own code? But yeah, so I really don't see the benefit of upgrading. Some names, okay, it's not too bad. You want to renew lost your streak? No worries, dude. Your streak will always be here in my heart. And soon they are, I believe they are, gonna make it so that streaks do continue regardless of, like, streak, like, you know, it's, like, they're getting rid of streaks. So you'll just get your next month, whenever the next thing is. Alright, let's get to work. We are gonna start by trying to see if I can find a way to fix the sights, like looking down the sights of a weapon. Currently they're all pretty messy, and some of them are really inaccurate. And a lot of that has to do with the orientation of the guns and the player's hand models and the animations done in Maya, and like all these different things are affecting the rotation. And so I have an idea potentially to be able to fix the rotation in game. We'll see what we can do. Your OS X Mojave told me that will not support Unity 2017 in the near future. Oh wow, that's crazy. Oh crap! My MacBook I just upgraded to Mojave, and it's on. I'm using 5.6 though. I did try upgrading Shotgun Farmers to Unity 2018. I got it running. There are some issues, some shaders, and some assets that are still a little messed up, but I did get the game mostly running on Unity 2018, so that could be something new soon. Oh, but then Pun won't support 2018? This is why we don't update. This is why we don't upgrade. Mid-project upgrades, everything just cascades. Like, this needs to be updated, now this needs to be updated, and this needs to be updated, this needs to be updated, this needs to be updated. Hello, piggy. So the new hotfix came out today. Version 0.8.0.4 is out, where returning pigs, you have to hold down the button now. Fix a bunch of bunch of stuff, bunch of stuffs. I got rid of the skeleton. So yeah, we're gonna work on sight. So like right now you can see even when I put my gun forward, it's actually kind of crooked, and the little knob thing in the front is not actually in the center. Rocket launcher is the only one that's okay because it doesn't really matter. You can actually look down the sights of it. What's up, stuff man? What are your plans for the game right now? Well, right now we're gonna fix some issues. So we're gonna fix some bugs. Even here with the grenade launcher, you can see the barrel is like all the way to the left, whereas the pointing's all the way to the right. Yeah, we're gonna fix some issues, and in terms of new things coming to the game soon, new maps, new game modes, and new guns you should expect in the next month or two. This is also one of the hardest ones. So let's see what we can do. So I'm gonna start with the pistol, and I'm gonna try to pause the game. No? Okay, I can't pause the game. So I'm going to hack and hack and hack. We're gonna make it so the player's always looking down the sights. That comes from... What the hell is it called? We got taunt. Yeah, she never got into the game. Oh, scope I call it. Unscope start, unscope end. Rename these functions too. Okay, so it's called aim currently. Rename this to look down sights. Not all guns have scopes. Bryn, you love the game. We played it all the time. Dude, stuff, man, that's awesome. Please make sure you join our Discord. The link's right there in chat. If you want to give feedback and ideas and things you guys think should be better in the game, we very much appreciate it. You can join the community as a whole. Yeah, I've been blown away. All the 100% of the last 2 weeks of Shotgun Farmers reviews have been positive, which has been really, really cool. Okay, so we refactored those just so it's easier to. This last looked down sites. Alrighty. So I'm just gonna make this always true. Gotta always remember to keep my hacks inside of editor tags so they don't make it into the real game. What's a human veggie? How's it going, dude? Big game bots have some problems when they have to move. Yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot more reports of how bad the bots seem to be navigating with the pig. I'm hoping for the winter in the winter update. I'm going to try a couple of different solutions for fixing bot vehicle AI because right now they're not very good at it. You quit your job 2 months ago. That's awesome. Or is that terrible? I'm not sure. I love quitting jobs. All right, so now we're looking down the site. Wait, I thought I fixed this animation. I thought I fixed this thing where the animation's supposed to be frozen when you look down the sites. Weird. So currently, all that happens is it moves the arms. I'm actually not sure what moves, so let's do a quick look at that. So weapon data has this variable called some vector in here. Scope hold position. There's just a position, so we take arm animator on scope. Assuming it's this. Yeah, so right now we just move this arm to a certain position, but putting that straight isn't always actually make it straight because our hands are rotating, our guns are rotating and stuff. So let's see if we can make a system to actually just move and rotate this. Just want to start by putting this at 0? No? It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So it would be something like that, maybe? Going with any rotation totally changes the position. Even though like actually shooting a shotgun, like actually shooting a shotgun like this would totally like break your face. Probably should look something more like that. I'm gonna make a. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this? I have this copy transform values in costume items. I want to make something similar, like an editor script. So make a note. I want to make an editor button that copies the position and rotation of arm animator and saves it. Wobbly Trout coming in with that raid. It is the most wobbly of raids. Let's prepare those raid boots. A wild wobbly trout has appeared. Krasenstein, you have been chosen to defend this stream. I need you guys to vote, fight, item, or run to decide how we defend against these wobbly fish. Down with the trout. Oh, Wabu with the big hit, but Krasny with the good beer beam. Such hacks, such hacks! Round 2, fight, item, or run. Oh, and Wobbly going in with the banhammer and taking Krasenstein out. Oh my goodness. That Wobbly Trout, thank you so very much for that raid. Welcome everybody from Wobbly's channel. My name is Quasi and we are working on an online multiplayer shooter called Shotgun Farmers. Let me show you guys what this game is all about. That is the game. It is out now on Steam Early Access. You can check it out right over here. We are currently working on improving the gun position in the game. Really quick, you forgot to teach me that TM. Oh, I'm a fool. I replaced Quick Attack with Leer. I thought Leer was the most powerful of attacks. So Early Access Wobbly still in Early Access indeed. Hopefully for the next few more months, I'm going to try to get into regular access. We're going to say if we have a player.current weapon .stats. I don't know if we actually set these values from the editor. Let's see what happens. Human Veggie, thank you for the bits. I wonder if that's actually set in the editor. We'll see. More bits, more bits! Drop them in the cup. Gonna get them in the bucket, nice. Okay, and see if that works. I'm going to actually use this data. Any future plan play with dev days? Yeah, we just did one last week when the new update came out, and probably do. I'm gonna try to do them more regularly, either every week or every other week. Oh, interesting. It actually does a. Huh. Actually does between here. Get there, I guess that which makes sense. I don't see why. What's the point of this? It'll just be this and this. Let's see if it works. I have no idea. Waiting for it to recompile. One thing that I'm thinking about doing is I've been watching like some team deathmatch gameplay, some free-for-all gameplay, and I'm thinking about setting a max score for those game modes because like a team deathmatch, if the enemy team has a score of like 30,000, you have a score of 100. It doesn't make sense for it to just keep going for another 4 minutes. It's mathematically impossible to catch up. So think about making a max score. I'm seeing a bunch of other games do this as well, where you make a max score, and so that when the other team gets that score, the game mode ends. And then we can move on to the next game. Otherwise, you're just dragging on for the losing team to feel miserable for longer and longer. See you, Human Veggie. Okay, so let's pause this. Go to our arm animator. I mean, it's interesting though, the shotgun is pretty good, I thought. These rotations are really sensitive. What's up, Fish? How's it going? Oh crap. Okay. Save these values. Something's wrong with my script. I think I did something wrong up here. Yes. Oops. Why isn't this working? The thing, copy transform. Oh, oops. Currently, we are working on fixing the rotation of a gun when you're aiming. What's up, Eggs? How's it going? Are you coming in with some evanescence? Okay, so I have to do this again. It was like 1.9. I don't know why this is so difficult. I think it would just be like moving the rotation, and I guess because it's so close to the camera. Like I'm just counter rotating constantly. Okay, so I copy those values. See if it actually copied them. So 4.5 and minus 1.3. And there it is, 4.5, 0.15, 0.581. So I did actually copy them into my data file. But didn't work. Oh, because I need to move this back, right? I don't know. I don't understand. Yeah, I totally broke it somehow. Why? The thing that's moving is supposed to be the arm animator. Unless this is, yeah, and this should be local position as well. What's up, Matt? I'm doing good. How are you? I guess it's gonna be harder to do than I thought. It's Lothgy. Yeah, I heard Stanley dies. It's awful, but you know, he was 95, so I imagine he lived a pretty good full life. And he, of course, was one of the most successful and iconic people in the nerd world. So, hoping he was able to die pleasantly. They haven't really revealed yet how he died, I don't think, right? The game's doing well. A lot of new players from the Halloween update, which has been really cool. Like these should be the exact values. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, thanks, stuff, man. I'm glad you liked that. Man was sick for 2 years now. Oh, I didn't know. What was he sick with, Gers? Yeah, he definitely had one hell of a life. And it's probably in the most Marvel movies ever. The system is so damn broken. I don't even know what to do. What's up, Sparky? Thanks. Pneumonia. Oh, wow. Like, I don't get it. Is it the animator counter animating? My pistol is set to minus 0.7. Not even moving. Wait, what is it moving then? Oh, scope locator. I've been moving the wrong thing all along. Hello, scope locator. I should be moving this. This is what's actually being done. Okay, so let's try this again. So one of the first version of the game in your PC, dude, it's an artifact now. I bet it's better than this version. Was it one where it had ninjas? Reset those two data files. not, because they're not showing up. First version. Oh, and it was just like one little room in a farm or like a barn. Man. Okay, so we actually want to move farm sites locator, which now that I see the name kind of makes sense. And it's crazy because that original version was like mostly just supposed to be a joke for the jam. I didn't think it would actually turn into like a real game. And I had hoped, but I really didn't think it was going to be fun. I really wasn't sure if it was going to be fun. Where do you change how much your things move? Your snap settings. What's up, Dennis? How's it going? Company dinner? Nice. My company never takes me out to dinner. My boss just makes me work all the time. So Fallen Warrior, some games are fun because they're hard. Yeah, Dark Souls is a big example of that. Best things are ones we don't expect. It's true. Shotgun Farmers is definitely one of those. Okay, so I have to redo the code. Because the code is actually copying the values from itself, I think. Boss must suck, you should search for a new job. You're right. I'm gonna just tell my boss, you know what, you can take your shotgun game and shove it up your chicken. Plans on new guns for the winter update? Yes. So there's plans for new guns. There's plans for the Watermelon G next as the big major gun, and then we were prototyping the Bananarang the other day on stream, which came out okay so far. I don't actually not sure when those are going to be released. I mean, if those are going to be released before the winter update. I'm trying to think if I do want to release a new weapon by the winter update though. The biggest thing I've been stuck on is how to add more weapons to the game, because I think we're starting to have too many seed spawns in the level. I need a new way to give players new guns. I've been really torn between, the CSGO style of buying guns in a match, the Call of Duty style of choosing your loadout before the match, versus what I'm currently going for, where it's just, all around the level. Right now there's so many weapon spawns already that adding more is just cluttering up the map. So like, yeah, exactly, trees, right? So a Bananarang you imagine you would get from a banana tree, but am I going to put banana trees in west side and put banana trees in roadside? Like, it starts getting really, really ridiculous. Why did I go from streaming 3 times to 2 stuff, man? The further I get in the game's development, the harder it is to stream some of the stuff. A lot of the development requires like a lot of patience for me, and a lot of like attention, which is hard to do when I'm streaming. So that's why I went down on stream time. Make something exclusive on maps. Yeah, that could be a good way to start doing that. PUBG does which one, Dennis? Limit certain guns to certain maps. Gotcha. Weapons in 3 tiers. Short, long, melee. Randomize 8 different weapons. 3 from first 2 tiers, 2 from the melee tier, and have those be the spawns that round. Oh, interesting. So have it random every round. What I'm worried about is adding randomness to the level is if people will complain about randomness. I feel like more and more multiplayer games are getting more and more random, right? Have tropical stuff on certain maps and other maps have other fruits and veggies. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Sparky. Grove Skier, thank you for the follow. So weapons not grow in certain environments. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'd like the idea of limiting maps to weapons, I think. Keep it like the old version where the rocket and sniper on every map, but then all the new weapons are very map specific. Music goes based around skill and fun. True. So now I'm just trying to find the right values for each one of these guns to center them, or center their aimy thingy in the cursor. Then pressing this button to copy those into the save file. Boomerang, just a boomerang. How would ammo work? Currently, it's not fully designed. We were messing around with different ideas for it on the last stream. So if you throw it and it doesn't hit anything and comes back to you, then you would still keep it. Or we tried a bunch of different things. We tried if you catch it, you could keep it. If it hits the wall, someone else could pick it up, and if it hits a player, it would explode or something like that. Then it gets mushy and you get 3 hits before it's useless. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, we have to limit how many times you can throw it too. So it'd be a certain number of throws, and then yeah, it would. Oh yeah, it could turn rotten. That's a good idea. Like a mushy banana. Obviously, it takes so long. Yeah, it's the worst. And trying to cancel it takes even longer. Bots are not very good at riding the pig. They ride in critical sometimes. Can you force NPCs off the pig? Yeah, so I'm going to work on new pig vehicle AI not right now, soon, because they're very bad at riding the pig. And because the bots are never really taught how to like drive something, they're really only taught how to like run around. I don't know exactly why they drive it in circles sometimes. I think it's just because they're trying to like... I think their indicator or their navigator gets turned around. I guess that's all the guns. I've officially run out of keyboard shortcuts to equip new guns. We make the M6 beam show from a diagonal perspective and just use a crosshair. So the big complaint I've been getting since the most recent update is that players want the guns to be straight down the sights, like in most modern shooters is what I'm working on right now. During the pig, you should have to wait 5 to 10 seconds so you don't feel like you have to stay on the pig. Or did you fix that with the hold out knee? Yeah, so right now, to return a pig, you have to hold out knee. What do you mean you have to wait 5 to 10 seconds so you don't feel like you have to stay on the pig? Yeah, it takes 3 seconds to return a pig now. It was being looked awful from that perspective. Yeah, but I mean, that's the angle that a gun has to be when you're looking down the sights, right? Straight down the middle. We could try making it a larger texture for it or something. Yeah, I just added the 3-second return timer today, actually. The leaf is in the way, yeah. Maybe I can make it so the leaf doesn't show. And it's being a little curved to the side. Let me take a look. Yeah, I see what you mean, Fish. So it's like jumping off the pig doesn't make it immediately vulnerable. Will I ship Shotgun Farmers on console? I want to. I still don't actually know what it takes to make a Photon game on console. So I'm not really familiar with console networking. I understand how to make a console single-player game, but I need to talk to more developers who have shipped Photon console games. I'm not really sure what it takes. What kind of costs are involved with that? But consoles is a thing I definitely want to do, mainly because it's a whole new player base for the game. Let's just reset this. Perfect. And it's probably something I'll do after the Steam version is done. Once I figure out how that actually works. So I have licenses with Xbox. I don't have one with Switch or PS4 yet, but Sony did talk to me. It's been a while now. I think about 2 years ago, Sony approached me about bringing Shotgun Farmers to PS4. I just wasn't ready at the time, so I couldn't do it. This looks like you just ate the M6 bean and put it in your mouth. I'm trying to aim with that little ball. Doing pretty good at indie games. It's good to know. I actually have a PS4, so I'm not too familiar with indie stuff on Sony. And that's the other difficult thing, is that Sony has the most expensive dev kit. But it'll be worth it, I suppose. You could eat the guns to recover health. Scope. See ya, thanks for hanging out. Oh, I pressed the wrong button and reset it. Oh, thanks, Dennis. That would be awesome. It does feel like it's not straight, right? Oh, it's because this leaf is curved. That's what's throwing me off. All right, we can straighten that later. Everyone on Switch would be awesome, yeah. Would be indeed. Okay, let's save all of those. Why isn't it coming up? Not showing up in my source control. A little scary. Will those values get saved? What's up, So Much Monsters? How's it going, dude? How was the life of making sick ass 3D art? I'm doing good. So we're still working on this damn game about cows that ride chickens into the moonlight. Okay, so we have the custom rotation set now. Is that a thing now? I'm just kidding. Just working on Shotgun Farmers. So someone reported a bug that in the Juggernaut game mode, you pick up the camo power up, your hat disappears. Let's take a look at that. Animal riding would be awesome. I've always wanted to add tractor. We have a vehicle system now, kind of. I could add tractor vehicles, but they'd have to be really tiny tractors. They could just be really tiny tractors. I don't know what the point would be besides running people over. But that was one of my favorite parts of Halo. I mean, Halo 1 was one of the biggest inspirations for Shotgun Farmers. And, oh, the shotgun is still kind of crooked. And one of my favorite things to do in Halo was ride a Warthog. Surfing on a lawnmower, dude! That would be awesome. You're greeted with nudity at work. Where do you work again? Oh, I skipped something. I was Google imaging a part number of a Bluetooth dangle that had XXX in it. Damn. You know what you need to do? Tracto base. Do you remember the game of chicken on tractors in Footloose? No, I've never seen Footloose actually. Can you explain it? I know the movie is about dancing. But what's tractors on chickens? I need to get the camo power up. Okay, so apparently when you have camo... Oh, your hat? What? Oops. Okay. So a couple of Juggernaut camo is a little bit messed up. So first of all, your hat should turn camo right now in first person view. And your third person hat just disappears, and that's my fault. I mean, everything is my fault, I guess. Give you a heart attack? Yeah, that would not be a good way. Good thing for like a manager to notice. We can move this. Save on little tiny bits of memory. So player, power up. Because when you turn off the camo, I reset your hat, I guess. So I do reload customization, which reloads your hat. Oh, I didn't realize I do this. This actually causes a whole bunch of draw calls every time you turn on and off camo. Kind of sucks. It should cache. We'll put a to do in here. This should cache your customization from before and reuse it. So we want to do that, and we want to reload your hat. So if is Juggernaut, or how do I know if you're a Juggernaut? If Juggernaut. We'll start with that. Alright, so now my hat stays on. And now we can fix the other bug where when I get the camo power up... Wait, what? That time it did make my hat invisible. Oh, maybe I'll work on the power up timer today too. I don't know how. I guess there's a world space canvas. What the shiz? Really, that works. Now, do I have a reference to my hat camera? It makes you think that your hat isn't actually invisible. I'm gonna add that as a to-do. So, jug, hat, not. Let's restart the game and see if that's... Because that red hat wasn't taking camo before. Oh, chicken with tractors, not chickens riding tractors, but playing chicken with tractors. You can drive two tractors toward each other. Ah, now I see what you're talking about. I thought you meant chickens were driving the tractors. This is awesome. Also super dangerous. Oh snap, he died. Yo, that's an expensive tractor to just like toss over like that. That's crazy. What a waste of tractors. World's longest cheap shop. Yeah, see that happened right there. I'm actually not sure how hats get the camo power up. Oh, so this is actually the mesh renderer. Interesting. What is this game mode renderer? Doesn't need to be on the hat anymore. What? Where does it come from? Oh, it's just the file. These are changing. Oh, it's because the game mode renderer, well, it's probably overriding the camo shader. Alright, so now my Juggernaut is fully camoed. Next thing is actually changing the first person camo. To move our automatic scope thing here. Let's commit fix. Fix Juggernaut. Not changing with camo shader. What's up, Hollow? How's it going? Quasi drinks water on Twitch, coming to your theater near you. Show your multiplayer game, nice. What's it gonna be? Is this milk gallon not centered? A mobile dungeon crawler. Oh, interesting. Like an action RPG or like a turn-based RPG? Don't just drinking water on loop. No, not on loop. It is 2 hours of fresh water drinking footage. So let's go to our player prefab. This hat camera actually causes quite a bit of performance problems as well. Well, that's what I want to add to my to-do list. Look into gun shader to not have to use multiple cameras. There's a shader on the asset store that claims you can do like the first-person non-clipping gun without doing multiple cameras. Trying to keep it somewhat simple in gameplay. Nice, dude. What networking are you going to be using? Are you writing your own stuff? This is the hat. It actually is like a really horrendous looking hat. It clips through your forehead. Pilot speed animator. Move. Game mode renderer here. Actually, is that the only reason it wasn't rendering? Nope. Okay, so nothing's actually triggering this. Surprising, because I thought I recursively changed. Oh, I changed all the children in the body, but not all the children in the object. Okay. Using Unity's function at the moment. What are your thoughts on that? It's good. I mean, it's supposed to be just like Photon. Depending on what version of Unity you're using, they plan on changing it soon. So I wouldn't plan on upgrading your Unity because they're going to be overhauling the networking soon. So I would stick to whatever version you're starting on. There's like a power-up animator, right? Power-up renderer. It stores all these things. Oh, it only does one material at a time. Call this material changer, material swapper. Using my own code? Oh, not at all. I use Photon. The networking, I mean. The rest of the game is my own code. Why is my computer frozen? Why isn't this right? That's how you declare stuff? Usually was being weird. Your computer's on Advil? Seriously? So we're going to have public render. So if render, all right, my IntelliSense is gone. I need to get a screenshot. The wrong level. Damn it. Okay. Never mind. Do it in the editor. Oh, my resharper is broken. Let's say retenders.length. So if we didn't set any list of renderers, and just use our renderer. Do I know Blink Theory? Blink Theory, no, what is that? With the quality intro of the game. Thanks, Fish! Yeah, that would be good to finally add some branding into the game to show people who actually made it versus just seeing shotgun farmers everywhere. How far away from release am I? I'm aiming for end of January of next year. That is the current goal. January 2019 or early February, depending on how things end up. It's been really scary. We've got means gives about 2 months to finish the game. We want to be finished well before it actually comes out. So I really need to start hustling this winter. It's good because it snows, so it means I don't go outside much. Love prestige ranks of the game now. Are you thinking about items or methods to get XP boost? Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't actually thought about that at all. I do want to have some double XP weekend events. I think the next sale, we'll be doing a sale sometime in November, so I'll have a double XP weekend for that, or double XP week or something. Never thought about XP boosts. Interesting. Looks damn near finished to me. Thanks, dude. It's getting there. It's getting there. What's up, Dave? Welcome back. Let's not do this. I'll do this here. What's the definition of finished? My definition of finished is the game having enough content for me to feel like it's no longer an early access title, that a player who's buying it is buying a full game. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop developing on Shotgun Farmers. There'll still be content updates once the game comes out. But finished means it's ready to leave early access, which means it has enough maps. For me, I think the game is complete enough cosmetics. And which more final definition of that is that there's enough. There's something you unlock every single level. There is the full set of maps that I wanted when I set out for, which was 6. There is enough guns for varied gameplay. Like I was playing Shotgun Farmers actually last week, and I was playing with grenades and Molotovs, and the game felt so much more. There was so much more dimension to it now, so much more things I could do, and so enough content in the game where I feel like it's a full experience for a player buying the game out of early access, and then I can of course add more content on top of that after release. Oh really? You can just type that? I had no idea. Will the price change at all on full release? There's currently no plans to change the price after release. There are some things we're working on. If those get into the game, then I might increase the price of the game in early access. But right now, there's no plans to change the price from $10. Slothinator with the sneaky smile. But more likely than not, the game will stay at 10. The only price I would change it to is potentially 15, but I'm not really sure. I struggle with that a lot. I think with a multiplayer game, it's harder sometimes to decide on a price. You want like a lower price, like a low enough price so it's easy to get players in. Free is really hard because for it to be free, I need like a publisher backing me so I can have enough money to actually make the game. Then higher end price, it's worrisome that might be scaring some players away. New juicy features. So this script allows me to change the render of an object and then reset it later, and caching the previous render or the previous material. So Hoffren, I have no idea what plastic SCM is. So I want to become a game dev. I wanted to be one for about 2 or 3 years. Hey, it took me 5 years to get to where I am, maybe even longer than that. I decided I want to be a game developer in December or November of 2014. It took me like 4 years. But I wanted to make video games since I was like 12 years old. Alright, so for our player power-ups, I'm going to make an array here. Public material swapper. Renderers. Swap on camo. Okay, now we can set the gun or the Juggernaut hat to our camo thing. You have anything to do with the tournaments on Discord? I will for the next one, yes. I'm going to be working on organizing the next tournament with the tournament organizers. It'll be the first official tournament in a long time. I want to build in some more stuff into the game to get it running. But yeah, I'll be in charge of organizing it this time. Okay, let's see if this works. Because then May and June, after that I'm going to go to 6th form and do a level. 6th form sounds like your sane form, I like it. Levels of computing physics and something else, and then maybe go to university and do computing again. Nice! Here the tournament's being announced this week? That is not true. It might be a different tournament. There is another person organizing tournaments as well. I'm so sad I never got this feature working into the game. It's the Assassin's Creed feature. What? This crap didn't work at all. It's going to be nice. I don't know if it'll actually be in the game. It's got too many problems with it. Yeah, Resharp is pretty expensive. But I like using it. It saves me a lot of time. I'll pay for anything that saves me time. Alright, now my hat and milk jugs are camoed. And they come out of camo when my camo runs out. Cool. Fixed jug FPS hat not changing with camo. Oh, can't write to the repository, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna get back to work on more stuff. Twitch plays with zombies, oh my goodness! Coming in with 34 freaking months. I'm gonna get some love for this damn jerk. Twitch plays with zombies, thank you so very much for 34 months of support, that is insane. Every time you resub, I remember how old I am. I'm an old man streamer. Old man streamer. Alright guys, I'm gonna be right back, I'm gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna get back to work. All right. I actually had a friend try out Bolt this past weekend, and he said it was really cool. I think it's gonna be a really great way to help designers who aren't particularly programming oriented to get into game design and game development. I'm sure some like really, really complicated games will be harder to make in Bolt, but I mean, I think it's one of the big reasons Unreal is so accessible because it has visual scripting. Super Spasmic! Oh my goodness, thank you for all those box! How are you doing? So we fixed the Juggernaut bugs. Oh, wrong game mode. So 2 other small bug reports, and then we're going to work on some little features. Oh, interesting issue. None of the features work with Obfuscator. Do you mean the stuff you're working on? It's probably a lot of because all the buttons are hooked up. Because all the buttons are hooked up via the editor, I'm assuming. So you mean like the buttons aren't working, or does it not even load your classes and stuff? What's up, King Boss? We're fixing some bugs and we're adding some features. How are you? Prestige thing was fixed. Yes. Super Spasm. Were you the one who got to Prestige 5 by accident, or because of a bug? What's up, Kage? How's it going? So is your prestige back to the right value now then? Yeah, the buttons would be dead. Yeah, that's expected with Obfuscator. It's at 1. Awesome, Spasmic. Great. Thank you for reporting that. That would have been really bad if someone else got it. Lalaprog, thank you for the follow. It would have been really bad if everybody just got Prestige 5 for free, so I'm really glad you're the first and I think only person to hit Prestige that week. And so it should be reset now for anyone who got the accidental prestiges. What's up, ThinkBot? How's it going, dude? Yes, lots. So with those Obfuscator things, there's a couple things we can do. One is going to be probably a lot of work. So one would be to go through all the functions that are called by buttons, and then you add the skip rename tag to them. Like my main menu controller, I think it should have a bunch of those. So if you add the skip rename tag, then the Obfuscator will skip that function altogether. And that's how I make UI things work. Now there are a lot. I don't know if you know every single function called by the UI in your thing. So I don't know if that's going to be difficult or possible. The other thing to do is to actually set up a namespace for those classes and just completely ignore that namespace. That would be, I think, the easiest, maybe? So you have to wrap all your classes. I guess it'd be a little bit annoying because you have to go then through all your classes and wrap them all in that namespace. And you could add that namespace as an exception. Very namespace, cool. Yeah, so if you look at the Obfuscator options, then all the way on the bottom there's a namespace exceptions list. Here's back to P1. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm glad you caught that bug. Thanks again for reporting it. Doing a good thing, Buck. Glad to hear it. So the Prestige 2 achievement. Oh, right. I gotta reset Prestige achievements. Okay. Reset Prestige achievements. Yeah, that's really easy to fix. I actually need to take a screenshot. So I'm trying to do daily Instagram posts. So actually, I should make a command for that. If you guys aren't following the Shotgun Farmers Instagram and you like Instagram, I'm trying to make daily Shotgun Farmers Instagram posts. Just screenshots and stuff of the game. We're giving a command for that in Mubot. Thanks, stuff, man. I just started the account, so hopefully you can kind of build up followers there. I want to get a picture of the character creator for the Instagram. We can grab one of those. I can actually post this to Steam as well. I've been trying to build up more screenshots for the Steam Pay Store page. What hat should I wear? I wonder if anyone wears it. I gotta do more analytics. I'm wondering if anyone wears the dirty damn hat. Your Instagram is already taken? What? Oh. What imposter has taken it? Look at this chicken hat. Oh, actually going up seems to sometimes rotate the character by accident. You still have the diamond Bok Bok hat unlocked. For Prestige 2. Oh, crap. Thanks. Everything seems to reset constantly. Oh, that's fine. Just gonna hide the social canvas. Always hide these up. Hide the prestige icon. And hide the badge. Oh, Jack and Miss, how's it going? Things going great. Trying to grab a screenshot for our daily Instagram post. With a new feature for a game, what is the most difficult part about implementing it? The networking. It's always the networking. Like for example, we added the Molotov cocktail, which when you throw it, it burns the ground, fire appears. And I was like, cool. Well, when fire spreads, fire should be kind of random. So I want the fire to not always spread in the same way, but kind of spread a little bit differently each time. So I coded it up and put it in the game, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be great. And then I realized, wait, randomness works locally, but it has to be communicated across the network. So if the fire is going to spread differently every time you drop a Molotov cocktail, then every player needs to know what that seed for randomness is. So when the Molotov hits, it needs to communicate to every player, like, hey, my randomness is this, 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 and this. And I decided in the end, like, you know what, that's not even worth it for something you barely even notice with the burning fire. So I made the fire always spread the same for players. Or I can't remember if I did the randoms on the network, but little things like that. Things like grenades bouncing have to be networked well. Where the player shoots and when the player shoots have to be networked well. Even the Molotov cow. So when you harvest Molotov cocktails from purple cows, and the purple cow drinks when it's empty and then stops drinking when it's full. And that I made locally, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. And I forgot that on the network that won't work at all because the server needs to tell everyone this cow is drinking, this cow is not drinking. What's up, Technobabble? How's it going? Yeah, so it's always a new feature, always gets 10 times more difficult when I realize I have to, oh, damn it, I'm on the wrong screen. When I have to implement networking. Or make sure it works on the network, I mean. Usually some kind of centralized extensile feature of the game engines. Do you have to just duct tape everything together? No, it's not even part of the game engine. It's part of a separate library I use. But it's not duct tape so much. I have to just make sure I include logic for networking and then think about how that's going to actually work on the network. So think about how players are going to have to interact with that thing based on server delay. For example, one of the things I did recently was when you return the pig, you have to hold down the button and then a little bar fills up. But when the bar fills up all the way, that's when you can actually return the pig. But once the bar fills up and you tell the server, like, hey, I filled my bar, I want to return the pig, it actually takes time for that message to get across the network to the server and then come back to you and say, yeah, the server said you're good and you can return this pig. So what I actually do is as your bar is filling up, when it gets to, I think it's 80 or 90%, I then send the message to the server saying, hey, I'm trying to fill up this bar, just so you know, what should I do when it's done? Server sends you a message back, and so when your bar is full, you already got the message back from the server. So to you, it seems like your bar filled up and you sent the message when actually you just sent it early. but all the different logic for different networked things are all very different. So it uses a centralized system to communicate, but you have to think about how those communications are actually going to work to different clients, because it could change based on what you're working on. That makes sense. Not sure if it does. Yeah, of course, Pablo. Are you working on a game right now? Oh, well, thank you for the follow. Curating a passion project in the form of very detailed design document for a while. I'm dreadful with technical programming, but have a few guys who want to do it with me. Cool. I wrap my head around turning well-defined concepts into performant code. Is the ultimate challenge. Alright, so this screenshot should now be up on our Steam store page. Dizindo, thank you for the follow. There it is. Dude wearing a chicken hat. And then I'll post it to Instagram. It's annoying because I have to do it from my phone because Instagram desktop is not real, and you have to you could do some hacks apparently to trick the web app into letting you upload, but I don't want to do that every single time I upload something. Let's do it this way. I didn't do a post today yet, I don't think. Wait, did I? Oh, I did do a post already. Cool, I'll just post this tomorrow. Whoops! I already did an Instagram post today, but now I have the screenshot for tomorrow, which is great. I gotta start storing up lots of screenshots so I have the Instagram post ready. Jack, I remember Instagram has been getting really good traffic compared to Twitter and Facebook and stuff. It's awesome. Getting followers is hard, of course, on any platform, but just getting views and likes has been surprisingly easy. I read an article that was saying Instagram is right now the best social media for marketing indie games. I don't use Instagram at all, so I was just I don't know. But so far, it's been getting way more engagement than Twitter and Facebook combined. All right, next thing, a bug with the shovel. I forgot to spawn more players, I think. Do I have any cool game feel type stuff in Shotgun Farmers? Plenty of Screen Shake. Oh, yeah, there's no other players. Let's see. One of the little things I've been trying to tune recently is that when your weapon equips, the moment the sound, or sorry, when your weapon fires, the moment the sound of your firing animation ends is the moment when you can actually shoot again. I've been trying to tune that because I don't think it's perfect yet. It's a big game feel thing. One of my favorite ones. One thing I used to get compliments for a lot early on, which I thought was really funny, is this. I'll show you in a second. So when the player jumps, basically, when they land, the player's camera like overshoots. So when the player jumps and hits, the gun and the camera bounce up and down, and the UI bounces up and down as well. I actually saw this in Overwatch when I first played it, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. Every game should do that forever. And I'm pretty sure every shooter does it nowadays. But I got a lot of compliments for that when the free game first came out. I think it's a nice small attention to detail. I don't do any other crazy shapes with the UI because I don't want to make the players get sick or dizzy. But I do it just when you land on stuff. What am I testing out? What am I working? Oh yeah, something with the shovel. So get rid of my gun. It's not really a bug, I don't think. Why does Q... Oh, Q switches your weapons. I didn't know that. I left this in on purpose. Where the hell does Q come from? Next... Oh, it's next weapon. Okay. Cool. I didn't realize that. I mean, I put it in myself, but... The other one was that when people are... Okay, so this person has a regular shovel. When I kill them, I think the bug was reported wrong. So the bug says that when you kill someone with your shovel, the icon... Oh, okay, no, wait, yeah, that bug is right. So when you kill someone with a shovel, it will show that person's shovel instead of my shovel. So if I killed this, you're going to die anyway. You're dead. So I'm carrying the hoe shovel, but when I kill someone with the hoe shovel, the icon is a regular shovel because it's actually using their shovel icon, not my shovel icon. So that's an easy fix. Kill event or something row. Kill row? Combat event row. Starting to forget all my class names. This game is probably just getting too big. Oh. Crap. How does this ever work? Oh wait, no, it needs to be the shovel icon. No, it's fine. I don't want to make it all the crazy different icons because then they're really confusing the players how someone was killed. That's an interesting design decision. So it's like the different weapons have different icons when you change their skin. So like bat, mace, etc. But I don't want the event. I want the event row to be pretty consistent, so it always shows just a shovel icon. So I think it's actually fine. Otherwise, you will they'll look at it and be like, "Wait, what is that weird mailbox icon?" You don't know that's a shovel skin. Alright, so next little feature I want to work on, something this is actually kind of a game feel thing, is I really don't like how when you explode the bombkins, you're in there, it's loading. I don't like how exploding the bombkins, when a bombkin explodes, it leaves this decal now with the new particle effect, but once that decal is gone, for the remainder of the bombkin respawning, you have no idea something was supposed to be there. So we're going to make a little broken pumpkin piece that sits there. Might even make a bunch of broken pumpkin pieces that get scattered around with it, but that might be too much. Now I don't know if this is going to be easy, hard, or even possible. Let's give it a shot. All going to depend on the UVs of the pumpkin, whether or not I don't want to have to retexture it or anything. Does not have hard edges? Gonna make it like it's kind of cracked. What education do I have? Slays, I went to college for computer science, and I graduated from college. I worked at a software company doing web dev for about 3 or 4 years before I started learning C# and Unity. But majority of what I learned in terms of game development, I learned through YouTube and websites and tutorials. I didn't really learn much about it in college. College was mostly about, since I did computer science, we actually learned more about theory and science than we did about application of that science. So I learned like data structures and networking and all that stuff, but not much that I could actually use to make games. I even took game programming courses, but they didn't really teach us much that I could apply to modern independent game development. Hard edge. Okay, we're gonna UV this. Go to the soft edge. First year in computer science right now. Nice. It's really interesting, even though it's all new to me. Welcome. I'm glad you found us, and it's pretty cool to hear that you're starting your first year of computer science. You're hoping to turn that computer science degree into a I make games degree? Yeah, the pumpkin material is here, but it's not loading. T-hat pumpkin. Assets, textures. Pumpkin diffuse. Raven 120p, thank you for the follow. Let's see. Export this. Let's call this pumpkin piece. So I want to say this is awesome. Dev streams are going to be my new primary go-to. Awesome, Pablo. I'm glad you found us. If you have any other recommended developers that stream, let me know. I love watching GDC game development content on YouTube. Yeah, let me see. I'm trying to think of. Well, there's a ton of game developers that stream. Actually, if you click on our team name below the stream, you'll see the indie game developers team. That should take you to a bunch of indie game developers also stream. Or the easiest way to link you to a whole bunch of jerks. Currently learning Java in school. I don't see that being used in the gaming industry. So. It's funny that you mentioned that Java was also one of the first languages I was taught in computer science degree, and C#, the programming language that the Unity engine uses, which is the language that Shotgun Farmers is completely developed in, is very similar to Java. They're super similar. And so I was able to jump into C# really easily because I had learned Java in college. So if you start looking at some Unity tutorials, I guarantee you'll be like, oh, this is just like that thing in Java, and that thing in Java, and that thing in Java. Weird, why is it so much bigger? Awesome, Pablo. I'm gonna put a particle system in here. Do I have a smoke? Particles. Oh yeah, I can actually just put this into the object and just enable, disable it. Well, this game much longer ago. I think it's awesome. It's a really fun PvP game to play with your friends. Awesome, Raven. Thanks so much. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Make sure you join our Shotgun Farmers Discord if you want to help come up with ideas for new features. Give us feedback on stuff that that's already in the game, and of course, communicate and talk to other Shotgun Farmers players. Wait, does this turn itself off then? Disables it on pickup. What we can do is we can say if explosion part dot set parent null and explosion part dot game object dot set active false. When it explodes, we'll show the exploded part, and then when it respawns, wait, what's called on respawn? See if this works. So basically, it'll toggle that exploded piece on and off. Blood pumpkin ground decal just kind of binary disappear. Or is there a mask for the glowing part that decays slowly? Right now it just disappears completely because I forgot what it was. I couldn't figure out how to make it fade. We didn't have time to figure out how to make it fade. Oh yeah, because it uses a projector, and I can't seem to figure out how to get a projector to fade because it's not actually a particle, because it projects the exploded part onto the ground, and the ground can be like of different terrains and stuff. It uses a projector to project it on. I don't know how to make that projection actually fade out. Right now it just disappears, which kind of sucks. Because particles are always flat, and so when I try to use a particle, it's just like, if the terrain was uneven, you just see like this flat decal on the ground. I'm sure there's a way to fade projector somehow. I think I have to like write a new shader for it or something. Exactly, yeah, so it could wrap any topology. So if it explodes on a crate or if it explodes on a curved surface, it'll still wrap over that. Apparently, yeah, according to this, you can... Yeah, you'd have to lerp the color. So what sucks is that makes a new draw call for every single projector, but I guess that's not too bad. Just one draw call for each exploding pumpkin. But I basically just animate this material, which I guess is not too hard. So I guess we could work on that too. That looks terrible. Wait, this didn't work. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness, Raven120 coming in with that new sub! Dude, thank you so very much for hitting that sub button. Welcome to the Jerk Squad. Make sure you drop those fresh emotes you just got. And can we get some love for this awesome... Oh, I'm dead. That did not work as I expected. Would animated projector be less resource intensive than a drop call thing? What do you mean by animated? Okay, so they're all the way over there. That did not work. Oh, I've been doing this to the totally wrong pumpkin. Can you use animate image instead of static as a workaround? It's the same thing. So if animate, the only way to animate that image is to change the opacity of its color, which means that it's no longer static. Yeah. Oh, I see. An animated. Yeah, basically it would cost the same because an animated material would basically mean that material is no longer a shared material. So it would have to be a different draw call every time it animates. Yeah, so we'll make that fade. But now our pumpkins leave behind a little pumpkin piece. So you know where the next pumpkin will spawn. So I go into the map with the pumpkins. Let me change my version number is good. Now when you walk by, you can see where a pumpkin belongs. Awesome. Have a quick bug here. Don't spawn the gnome near game mode objectives or spawn points. Dwarven Jester coming in with 26 frickin' months.
Just like my front porch the day after Halloween.
It's just a bunch of melted, exploded bombkins. See that? I can see that. Thank you so much for 26 months support, dude. I really appreciate it. How are you doing? The explosion effects are really cool. Yeah, I got them on the asset store. I'm not good at making particles myself. Let's commit this. Bombkins leave behind a broken pumpkin after exploding. What's up, Bitlaw? I stopped linking to Skyhook as one of my games. Where do you mean? In the Twitch panel? Oh yeah, I mean, I want that's it's been like that for a long time now. I think almost like 2 years. I want, you know, if I'm gonna have a call to action, I want that call to action to be simple. So if I want people to go to the Shotgun Farmers store page, which is most important to me right now, I'd rather that than confuse them with other games as well. Because it's not I don't really mean for the Twitch panel to like advertise my games, but more as a go see this game specifically. But I do see what you mean in terms of like if I add multiple games there, then it kind of looks like I've made more stuff. Which is a good point. What am I doing? Oh, the projector. How to do. Here is the pumpkin explosion. Here is the decal. Here is the projector. See if we can do it. Oh snap! A YouTuber with 300,000 subscribers just posted a video about shotgun farmers.
Oh, hello. Okay, alright. Just some guy. Why are you on the other team?
Wait, it's a really old gameplay of shotgun farmers.
So I joined a side, and then you three joined the other side.
This is like the oldest version of the game.
It auto put me on.
That's okay, it's so cool.
Go check the houses. He's just a dude.
He's just a we
Just
go
a
on the
dude,
same
just
team.
a
We
guy.
can try and wreck him.
This looks
wait,
exact.
me?
This reminds me of one of the Team Fortress maps. Honestly.
Try again.
What the fuck? Where did you find
I'm
a
in.
sniper?
On the ground.
Okay, fair enough.
Doing.
Look at these old textures. Look at the old shovel textures.
Heyo.
Good at holding corn.
What?
I'm good at holding things as well.
I don't get it. Where do they get the? Is this just like an old gameplay footage?
Did you
Maybe.
join? You even join? Okay.
I'm assuming he's playing with other YouTubers. So I'm trying to see the names on the scoreboard.
How do I join? I don't want to be on this team anymore. How do I
Something
fix
about
this?
the strafing just feels off to me.
It does. It does.
Yeah, it's a little floaty.
It's like I feel like there needs to be like an animation, so I feel like it's a straight.
I feel like I've heard some of this dialogue before.
Got shot
Right.
blasted.
Okay, maybe we don't use pistol. Like,
I don't recognize any of the
Yeah, like
YouTuber
there's
names.
You
I
want to
can't-
shoot cows with me?
can't put my finger on it.
Fuck, I can't join your team, guys.
It's because it's just a smooth line that you travel in rather than like moving back and forth, up and down like a natural movement.
Yeah, it's not a massive deal. Just
Oh.
compensate.
Who's shooting at us?
That was
Smarty, Chili,
I was
Chaos.
testing the friendly fire aspect of the game.
And
Yeah.
what was it? Corn.
What's up, Nicholas? How's it going?
There's white corn and there's yellow corn.
Never
Oh,
had
they're
a
both pretty
light
good.
cord.
I like yellow corn.
And the adulterating milkman.
I think it's adulterating, not adulterating.
Whatever it is, I don't.
Save me.
I'll have to reach out to his YouTuber and make sure they have the most recent version of the game. That is a significantly old version because the cows were updated in December of last year. So that would have to be like more than a year's worth old footage. Okay, so this script, fade material after time. I'll turn music back on 1. Public float delay, so that's how long it's going to take before it starts the fade. Farmers video with 5 million views. Yeah, that's one. I think that's one of the big ones. We've got Shotgun Farmers has over. If Dwarven Josh is still here, he can correct me. I believe it's over 33 million views on YouTube in total. Color, starting color. Oh look, my Visual Studio is not working again. Oh, Unity, why do you betray me every day? 33.99 million views at the moment. So close. Somebody watch a video. Hurry. Yeah, the highest viewed video is Vanos's video. I think that's his first one or second one, 6.2 million. And then his 5.4 and then his 2.2. These views actually impact sales at all? They sometimes do and sometimes don't. They almost always do a little. Sometimes they do a lot. Sometimes they don't at all. I mean, it really depends on the YouTuber or their audience. Some YouTubers convert better than others. But it's like, so when 6 million people watch the video of the game, maybe like 0.0000000 something of them actually convert to buying the game. Like a tiny percent of them actually go to the store page, and from there, a tiny percent of them actually do purchase the game or wishlist the game. So it's in nowhere near like a 1-to-1 or even a 1 to, or a like a, you know, not even like half or 10% or anything. It's not even 1%. It's like significantly less than 1% of those views convert into sales. But the more of those millions of views you can get, the more hundreds of thousands of sales you can get. Shield Chaos, one of the people in the video, is on Twitch right now if you want to talk to him. Oh, sweet, they're a streamer? Good to know. Thanks, Nicholas. Oh, they're streaming right now. Okay, I won't talk to them while they're streaming. I'll shoot them a message later on. Did they maybe make Shotgun Farmers video a long time ago or something? Oh, they have 1.4 million subscribers. Okay, yeah, so they made a Shotgun Farmers video 1 year. Okay, so it looks like their friend is just posting, must have had footage that he forgot to post a year ago and is just posting that now. So that's totally cool. I was just worried that they might have the wrong version of the game somehow, but looks like this must be the same footage, and it's just his point of view, and so he's posting that today, which is still awesome. I could care less what he posts as long as he's posting about my game. Just more YouTubers we could try to reach out to and make friends with. So what's really exciting is that in the next few weeks, we've got the first official Shotgun Farmers YouTuber costumes coming out. So soon you'll be able to dress up as Dythy Denogla, H2O Delirious, Terrorizer, Vanos Gaming, Ohmwrecker, Sidearms for Reason. These YouTubers have given me permission to put them into Shotgun Farmers. So you can actually dress up as them in game, which is going to be freaking awesome. So I want to try to get more YouTubers into that as well. And my IntelliSense is broken. What's up, GT Craze? I'm doing good. How are you? Coding blind because my IntelliSense coroutines, maybe? I was writing some terms of service. I swear that's the worst thing in the world. It's take your soul. So when we start, we reset the color, and then we start the coroutine and we wait X seconds, and then we fade the color. How do we do color to material before? Shotgun Farmers by myself, Slazer. For the first 6 months I did, so up till early access. I didn't make the music, of course, and then sound effects I bought offline. For the first 6 months I was doing all the art and programming by myself. Once the game came out in early access and made enough money for me to be able to bring more people on, I was able to bring on a very talented artist who's been working on, I don't know if he's still here, Dennis, who's been working on environment art and prop art and costume art. I got to work with a really talented character artist called Shailene Hubert, who did a lot of the hats early on. I got to bring on Benjamin Lusted, who does the sound design now and the sound effects for the weapons. I got to bring on Slothnader 5000 in chat, who does just an enormous amount of work, does testing and coding for the game. And I got to bring on Laser Sofa, who's doing concept art for new stuff in the game. So it's no longer just me. The size of what Shotgun Farmers is today, if I kept doing it by myself, it would have probably taken me years to get to that point, and it wouldn't have had all the great ideas that everyone on the team has brought to it. What's my process for acquiring team members? So Dennis I found by going through ArtStation. I'd actually gone through a bunch of artists before him. So I'll go through art for artists. I go through ArtStation. I look for people who have art similar to a style that I want in my game, or a style that matches my game. I'll email them, offer them, or ask them to do an art test where they create a prop in the style of Shotgun Farmers. And if they do that well, then I'll bring them onto the team, which actually didn't happen. People kept failing the art test up till when I met Dennis, and then he nailed the art test the first try. And in terms of, and with Ben, it was the same thing. I searched through Twitter, I think, for sound designers. I didn't know where else to look for them. And he had a tweet saying, with his portfolio, and I found him and messaged him that way. And so I always message people and ask them if they want to work on the game, if they're interested. With Sloth and Laser, it's funny, because with Sloth, I found him through stream. He's just always been part of the community, and he was always helping out with stuff. And he just kept doing more and more work, and so I just kept giving him more and more work, and it worked out great that way. And with Laser Sofa, the concept artist, he posted fan art in the Shotgun Farmers Discord that blew my mind. I was just like, this is freaking amazing. I want this guy on the team. So I messaged him, and he was just like, he was happy to do it. And so we've been working together since. And the composer, Julian Shanahan, I've been working with him since my last game. I found him on Twitter as well, I think, but 6 years ago. And we've been working together for the past 6 years. And Shailene, who was one of the early character artists, I knew her through, she was another Twitch streamer, so I knew her through Twitch. Oh, thanks, Liz. Okay, so I forget how to fade a color using DoTween. I've done it before. It's like set color or something. There we go. See if our code works. I'm working rewriting a chapter of my book which involves ghosts, and I'm getting help from someone doing that. Oh, nice. Sounds pretty spooky. Why doesn't this work? Oh. Loading, 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 load. Oh, I gotta show you what I did this weekend. So this past weekend, Friday and Saturday, I volunteered at the Buffalo Game Space, where we took part in this event called the Queen City Game Jam, sponsored by AT&T, where we bring in 5 high schools from the city and their top 5 kids who are interested in programming and game development. And we teach them how to make games and make a game with, it's basically a game jam, like a 1-day, 24-hour game jam. And I work with this awesome team of kids to make this really cool game. And I'll show you guys what that is right now. Well, it'll load. Take some time to load. In the meantime, let's try this out. So it's going to wait 3 seconds, and it's going to fade out over the course of 3 seconds. Let's see if this works. All right, nothing happened. Oh, it doesn't have a renderer, it only has a projector. That's why. So we are going to try that. Compile times, oh compile times. Why are you so long? Nope, still doesn't work. Oh, material doesn't have a property color. Oh, damn it, it's called tint color. Jeez. Jeez. Yeah, I want to see it fade too. We're really close though. I need to look at this shader. I need to make this a public variable. It's called tint space color. We're going to make this a variable, so public. What is a projector? It's the behavior, okay. ID costs 125? Which one? Sea Lion. Oh, I've never heard of that. I like my IDs nice and free. This does work. We're going to have to refactor this class to actually use an inherited version. We want to make a version for regular renderers. This one's hard-coded to projectors. God damn it. I changed it. Still giving me the same error. Did I change this to tint color? I did. Oh, it's still doing do color. Shoot. Oh wait, I can just change this shader. Underscore color. My own shader. I just use Visual Studio Community. It's nice and free. What do you think of visual coding engines like Unreal's Blueprint? I think they're awesome. I think they're a great way for non-technical people who are good at game design to be able to make games. So I'm excited Unity's adding one in the next few years as well. I think a lot of like hardcore programmer people will say you that it's dumb and it's not as powerful and all these things, but I think it's just like an elitist thing, and I'm very anti-elitist. Anyone who wants to be elitist by anything, I automatically feel like they're wrong. Because that's not really, logic shouldn't come from elitism. It should come from facts. Especially like simple games and experimental games and like walking simulator like games, you can make all that kind of stuff with visual scripting. I'm sure it's harder to make really complex games, but it's still possible because it's been done before. Don't know why it won't work. I even changed the name of the shader. It does not have a property color, so it's the way I'm setting the color. I could just lerp it, I suppose. I'm being lazy. The same water bottle? This water bottle is awesome. Camelback.
Hello, coders. This is Jared with Renaissance.
Let's just do a lerp.
Science fiction was a very good way to go at that moment in time. We had recently left Mission Impossible, and this is before Star Wars. So, I mean, we have not colonized the moon.
Feel like there's something you can't program, or are you really comfortable with programming everything? I mean, 2 years ago, I didn't think I could ever program a multiplayer game. Right now, I'm terrified to try to program a tycoon game, which is the next kind of game I want to make. I know I could probably never program an MMO, but I'm sure I'll try someday. I don't know how to program like really complex puzzle games. AI is really scary to me, complex AI especially. I have no idea how to program water systems. So yeah, there's thousands of things I can't program. I can't program shaders for the life of me. What I should do is say, if I get access to a material. Can't do that. I won't have a delay now. We'll just have to do a coroutine, and then we'll do the. Let's just see if the lerping works right now. To be set float. Color. Piling time takes so long, I want to rip out my hair. Why isn't this working? I'm doing so good. Thanks, GT. He's giving me this error. But I set the property to tint color. Do something where the way the shader is set up. Oh, it's because I'm doing it wrong here. Here. Nope. Not doing it wrong there. On awake. Oh, this doesn't exist. Crap, how do you get the color property? Oh, get color, okay. Is that why it's not working? Let's try one more time before we just delete these pumpkins and take them out of the game. I might try reorganizing my plugins folder to decrease compile time. No errors this time, but it still doesn't work. Might be a problem with the projector. Actually, let's try something. I take this color and I fade it. Yeah, this frickin' works. This works. Why doesn't my code work? My speed too low? Yeah, I don't get it. Let's do this. Okay, so setting the property doesn't actually work at all. There's some difference between our shader and not, because I'm doing this, not working. Put a breakpoint here. Yeah, so this is getting called. And renderer exists. So something about the way this property, this shader works, is not actually setting the property, so it's not going to work right now. What's up, Jackson? At 40 hours in your game, the first year's release, dude. I do. How's it going? Long time no see. So I could barely run the game. I miss those days. This game is so awesome for me. Aw, dude, thanks. Are you still having trouble running the game? In the shader, it's set as a color property. Setting color should set it. Guys, we're a beefy PC. Nice, that's awesome. How the game is today? Game till today? Oh, I really appreciate that. We've been enjoying all the new content. If you haven't already, make sure you join the Shotgun Farmers Discord so you can make friends with other players and help us come up with new ideas for the game. And it's good to see you on stream again. It's definitely been a long time. Alright, well, we're going to give up on this fading decal for now because I'm not sure I understand how to change the color property of this shader. There's also a color strength variable. Look at that in a second. Yeah, because setting this color property isn't actually doing anything. I just set it to red, and as you can see here, it is not red. We could, what? We just change the color strength. Is that all it is? Let's try that. You told me in the stream that I was the highest level player in the whole game because you had played so long. Oh man, how are you doing now? Because there's leaderboards where you can see your level compared to other players. I just realized it's using the bullet decal material, and bullet decals already fade. So the code to do this already exists somewhere. So I know how to fade it now. You can see now it's faded out. I'm not animating it, but it is faded out. Why not just uses a decal destroyer? Twitch crashed. Yeah, I was saying, are you still the highest level player? Because there is a leaderboard now where you can see how high you are compared to other players. I have no idea what fades. mathf.lerp is what I want. Level 56, nice, nice. Oh, you were 2 that released, cool. I can't actually check. It doesn't. The leaderboards aren't. It doesn't show. I can't like look up all the players in the leaderboard or whatever. But there are players who are level 100 and players who have prestiged and are now beyond level 100. All right, here we go. One more try, or 12 more tries. Who knows how long it's gonna take. Maybe the rest of my life to get this damn decal to fade. Sometimes the easiest, dumbest things that take forever. Alright, that's it. I give up. I give up. I give up. You win. You win, game. You win everything. You win this round. This is still not even working. It's not actually setting it. Nico TK, thank you for the follow. Oh, this was OP back in the day for sure. Alright, probably it's one of those things when you're stuck on it, you take a break, take a step back, and come back to it. I'm sure it's a really simple solution that I'm not thinking of because I'm getting frustrated. Alright, so with that, I am going to call it. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out today. Thank you for all the new followers, all the new subscribers, all the resubscribers. It's been an insane amount of support today. If you guys enjoyed the show so far, make sure you hit that follow button down there. And if you hated the show, and if you hate pumpkins like I do, you should subscribe. Because every person who subscribes to this stream, I will smash one pumpkin in revenge for this bug not working. Let's go see who can show some love to in the stream world. Let's see who is doing some streaming. And we'll give them a little bit of a raid. If you guys don't know what a raid is, we're going to send all of our viewers over to someone's channel and see what they're working on. Let's see who's making some games and some jams. It looks like my good friend Cerebral 3D is doing some 3D art. Let's go show him some support. If you want to grab this raid message, we're going to be heading over to Cerebral 3D's channel, checking out what kind of cool 3D art they're working on. I will see you guys What day is it? Monday? See you guys on Wednesday for the next stream. Whatever you do, please don't die before then. Goodbye!